Basketball, a game of giants. When he had to, he knew all the tricks.
Nobody can pass that ball through the heart of the lane. 6. You have got to put on a show here.
My God, I really got to talk to the bosses this Sunday afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, because what we witnessed last night was a total embarrassment, bro, from the beginning to the end. We're going to have to try to figure this thing out. But happy Sunday, boys and girls. Welcome back to LakerLand. Y'all already know how we are rocking here, man. I'm your host, moderator, as always, Seven Mitchell in the building. Y'all see the superstar is back from load management. We got ZZ returning. ZZ, what's happening, gang?
Nothing much, man. I just been really waiting for this episode because we got to talk. We got to talk about LA, man. I don't know what's going on out there. The Warriors, we chilling. You know, CP doing his thing. We won the trade. CP won the trade, but we got to talk about these Lakers, man. We got to talk about these Lakers, man.
We're definitely going to talk about that, man. Shout out to Lakers Nation as always, man. We still got love for Lakers Nation. Big up to the NBA community as a whole, and of course, shout out to our Players Choice family. We got a classic episode this afternoon, y'all. It's Sunday, episode 18. We are locked and loaded this afternoon on LakerLand. Appreciate everybody that's out there supporting. Make sure when you guys come in, smash that like button for us. Let's get this video up at the top of the ranks, man, and subscribe to the Players Choice channel. If you guys are new to the platform, also join our membership and become a part of the Players Choice family. Man, we got an action-packed show this afternoon for you guys, man. Of course, we got to recap the embarrassment last night that the Lakers suffered on the road to the Orlando Magic. We're going to talk about that, ZZ and myself. We also going to give our takeaways from week 1 of Lakers basketball. Just give our pros and cons of the first week of basketball. Tonight, we're also locking in with LeBron versus Pat Riley. The sad truth about LeBron versus Pat Riley. We got the Lakers versus the Heat playing tomorrow night. So I thought ZZ and myself would have a deep conversation about the relationship between these two polarizing superstars in the NBA. Pat Riley on the front office side, and of course, LeBron James on the player side. And then we definitely got to talk about the in-season tournament, what we've got, man. It's going to be one of those shows, so I am definitely ready to rock and roll. ZZ, you ready to go, gang?
Let's go, man. Let's go. Good topics today. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be one of those ones. And, of course, y'all know how we do on Sunday. We got open court, so I'll definitely be dropping the link for you guys to join myself and ZZ. We're going to have a classic show this afternoon, man. Before we even get started, man, let's reach out to LakerLand and see what the people are talking about in the chat. Cold in the building. This is definitely going to be one of those ones, Cold, because if you watched that game last night, bro, you got to be sick to your stomach. I really got to talk to the damn bosses. Salute to Cole in the building. BA, get your bars up, is in the building. Salute to my brother BA. I see Cole in the building. I see Bit in the building. Hey. Salute to Bit. Big homie Bit in the building. Shout out to Irvin K. Irvin, salute to you, my G. We are definitely ready to rock and roll. So, bro, let's go ahead and get some things started. Nigel in the building as well. Nigel, salute to you, gang. Welcome back to LakerLand. So let's kind of get things started, ZZ, because this one right here was very interesting last night, fam. Very interesting last night. Let's talk about it. Orlando knocks off the Los Angeles Lakers last night. 1-9. What was the score? I'm sorry. I'm sitting here reading.
It was 101 to 120.
Now, ZZ, I'm going to be honest with you, gang. This is one of the very few times that I'm going to give Darvin Ham a pass, even though I'm holding him totally accountable for what happened last night. I'm putting all the blame on Darvin Ham, but he's getting a pass because he really has nothing to work with. So before I go off, let me get your thoughts about last night's loss to the Orlando Magic.
So from what I saw in the first half, it was relatively close up until I think like the 4-minute mark of the second, and then they started pulling away. They went up by like 13, and then 15, and then 17. So I was like, they pulling away, but it's not like the Lakers can't come back from this. You know what I'm saying? You still got Braun, you still got AD who had 7 blocks last night. Let's talk about it. 28, I think 13 boards. AD did his thing, like, respectfully. LeBron 24, 9 and 5, 3 steals. You couldn't have asked for more from the franchise duo. You couldn't have asked for more. Who didn't show up though? The two bad apples in the starting lineup. One played 23 minutes and 48 seconds, and that was Cam Reddish. And he gave you 2 points, 3 rebounds on 1 of 5 shooting, 0 of 1 from 3. So basically, he was walking around out there.
Get to the main culprit. Who was the main culprit in that damn starting lineup last night, ZZ? Just put it out there. God.
The other played 34 minutes and gave you 11, 4 and 4 on 4 of 17 shooting and 1 of 10 from 3.
1 of 10 from the 3-point line. D'Angelo Russell. I really got to talk to the bosses. My God. What happened last night, bro? There was poor shooting, and bigger than anything, ZZ, it was poor effort last night on that basketball court. And that's one of the reasons why I'm blaming Darvin Ham. I know you can sit up here and talk to me all day about how these guys are grown men and you shouldn't have to rely on a coach to bring the effort out of you. I just think that that's cat, man. I think that as a professional coach, one of your jobs is to make sure that your guys are ready and understand the moment. The Lakers are now 0-3 on the road. They now are still winless on the road. Their first 6 games of the season's easy. Like the first quarter, 5 of the 6 games, they were down double digits at the end of the first. Like it's just been horrific, bro, when you look at what we have witnessed, not just last night, but overall so far in this first handful of games. And we're going to talk a little bit more about, the first week of play. But what was your thoughts on LeBron last night versus Orlando? He played the most minutes once again.
Yeah, and that's the crazy part is that what was it, a week ago we were talking about how he was going to be on a 30-minute restrict or 30-minute
That's what it's supposed to be. That's a fact.
And those were the words from Darvin Ham, the same person that said he wanted Anthony Davis to shoot 6 threes a game. I'm glad that AD shot no threes last night because he was cooking from the paint and the perimeter, and especially on the interior on the defensive end. So when I look at LeBron, though, I mean, it was the same old Bron for me. He was just coasting. Like, I think LeBron wanted to go out there and put out a valiant effort to make a comeback, but what else could he have done? I mean, he played the most minutes. He had almost the most points. That was AD. But at the same time, Bron was still efficient on the night, had 2 threes. I mean, he was kind of picking his spots at the end of the day, but that's what LeBron does. That's what makes him so dangerous. I also think that the fact that Austin Reeves out there gave you 20 points, and D'Lo gave you 11, but on 17 shots is just not – it's not going to help the flow of that starting lineup in terms of trying to spur a comeback back together. You know what I'm saying? So, like, Bron, AD, and Austin, that big three was trying their damnedest. I mean, they were doing everything, covering all the ground that they needed to cover. Austin Reeves, mind you, who was shooting 21% from 3 on the season, was 3 for 5 last night. Wasted. LeBron, 2 of 5 last night from 3. LeBron 2 of 5 from last night from 3. I'm taking that. I mean, 40%, that ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. AD, no threes, but 28.
That's only if you don't have D'Angelo Russell shooting 1 of 10 from the 3-point line.
Exactly. And that's the biggest problem. And I was telling you this one of the episodes, probably like 3-4 episodes ago, when we were talking about D'Lo on the LakerLand wheel. I was just like, the fact of the matter is that D'Lo's the X factor in the starting lineup and trade bait. That's what's on D'Lo's forehead, is trade bait. So if he is out there going 4 of 17, if he's having a bad shooting night, he can make up for it sometimes if LeBron is cooking and he's getting a lot of other guys involved other than himself. But 1 of 10 from 3 on the night is just bad. I mean, he had 1 shot from the corner. Bron gave him a no-look pass. He pump fake, got dude up in the air, and turned him around, and then he shot it, but he didn't even jump on it. It was like he was shooting a free throw. No air on the ball. He airballed it. And I'm like, bro, D'Lo, you look lost out there, my dog. Like, you look like you don't know who you are as a basketball player or what your role is on this team other than to make some shit look pretty. You know what I'm saying? It's just So my thing is, you're right about the effort thing on D'Lo's part. The effort it was just piss poor for stretches last night.
It wasn't just D'Lo, bro. It was poor effort on the whole damn team. Like,
Mm-hmm.
do you realize that the Lakers last night gave up 19 offensive rebounds? They
Yeah,
turned the ball over 17 times. Look how many second chance points Orlando was able to
Mm-hmm.
get, second and third chance points. That really was the deciding factor in this game. And I much credit to Orlando. You know, those guys are young. And, you know, Jalen Suggs, I think he had a good night shooting the basketball. Payalo hit some big shots. Those guys were making their baskets. But I just feel like, bro, if Los Angeles, the Lakers, if they would have came in with some effort, playing their best basketball, even though they're short-manded. We don't have Prince. We don't have Rui Hachimura. We don't have who else was out?
Is Vando still out?
Gabe was out. Vando was out. So a lot of our perimeter presence is gone. We didn't have any of it. So that's the only reason why I'm giving Darvin Ham a pass. But, you know, I thought his strength was having guys buy in. So when you got a team that's coming out on the road at the beginning of a road trip with no effort, you damn right I'm putting that on Darvin Ham, man. And it was just crazy, bro. And it's just like a continuing slow start for the Lakers. They're now playing 500 basketball. They're now 3-3 on the season. And last night, bro, it was just pathetic, bro. They put up no effort. We saw a little bit in the fourth quarter. Like, I like that zone defense that the Lakers had developed and was playing in the fourth quarter. I think it was probably like a 4-minute stretch where Orlando couldn't score on that zone defense from the Lakers, bro. But just last night, man, just a very poor effort by the Lakers as a whole, bro. And I'm very disappointed that we even talking about effort within the first week of basketball from the Lakers, bro.
So what are your thoughts on like your early season predictions? Because we're 6 games in for the Lakers. Do you think that at one point moves are going to be made again before that trade deadline gets here?
I hate to say it because I was one of the first ones here on LakerLand praising this roster and praising, you know, Rob Pelinka for what he had done. I felt comfortable going into this season like we wasn't going to be so pressed for another new team before the trade deadline. But this is not going to work, bro. I'm sorry. I really got to talk to the damn bosses about what's going on in Los Angeles, bro, because this is not going to work.
And what do you
have
think
yet to see how.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, we have yet to see, and I know we just at the beginning of the season, and we haven't had, you know, full strength as far as a roster go. But like some of the same mistakes, some of the same concerns we had going into last summer, I see it all over again, bro. And I don't see anybody like stepping up, going to another level. Austin Reeves played so exceptional last year. He did his thing in the summer. Look how inconsistent up and down Austin Reeves is playing. I think he has to get his legs back into it. And that's partially because of all the basketball he played in the summer. So it's a lot of adjustments, bro, that we have to go through too early. And I don't like it. I don't like
it. Somebody in the chat said LeBron for Wemby.
LeBron James for Wemby.
I mean,
when you look at the roster, that's the thing. If you look at the roster for the Lakers, everybody that they have for the most part are non-eligible to be traded until at least December. All those guys that got signed contracts over the summer, they can't do any trade deals until December. So LeBron's contract really is the only contract of value that, you know, could withstand an actual trade. But last night did the loss, because like I said, they're now 0-3 on the road. They go to Miami tomorrow. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. But what was your biggest concern for the Lakers after the loss last night, ZZ?
I mean, I think my biggest concern for them would probably be them going into like panic mode or something. And I mean, they've done it before, you know, where they lose and then they just they try to shift something together. Like, case in point, the 2021 playoffs where they lost in the first round, and then we get to the offseason and they're making a trade for Russell Westbrook, and then they're having to pick up the pieces after that. So I don't think that they need to go into panic mode or anything. I think they need to figure out what they need to do, or what Darvin Ham really not necessarily wants to do, but needs to do with LeBron's minutes, because he's got to figure that out. If LeBron is still out there going and playing the most minutes in the game, and y'all
He's
are still
going to burn out, bro.
Exactly. And it's like, is it worth it for LeBron to be out there playing 35 minutes if y'all are going to lose by a team that's out here playing with a little bit more, energy, younger, whatever? Is it really worth it? That's how I looked at it. I was just like, if it's not the night, it's not the night. Hopefully somebody that you sub him in for can go out there and help lead a unit into a comeback and then throw him back in if they cut it to 12 or something like that. But you have to figure that out as a coach. And that's something that I think Darvin Ham, in a sense, bit off more than he can chew because he thinks that it's simple, but it's really not. Last night, like I said, LeBron and AD couldn't have played any better. But AD specifically from the offensive side and the defensive side of the ball. Like, what more could you have asked for? 7 blocks from this dude, bro. Like, and LeBron, like I said, 53% shooting on the night, 2 of 5 from 3. What more could you have asked for?
And that's the main reason why I feel like this team is not going to finish the way they're starting as far as the roster themselves, because we're still having main conversations involving LeBron James' name and Anthony Davis's name only. These guys are still playing high minutes, and all these new players that the Lakers have are not holding any weight right now in these first handful of games. We're still reliant on LeBron and AD. Yes, they're the number 1 and the number 2. No debating about that. But with all these guys that we brought in, it should be completely different storylines. And then you talk about Darvin Ham. My God, Zeezy, did you know, LAKERLAND, did y'all know that Darvin Ham and the Lakers didn't even practice on Thursday and Friday? Now, they had those 2 games off, but he didn't even practice with those guys Thursday and Friday. So you already 0-2 on the road. You're going on a road trip. You opt not to practice on both days off. You go in Orlando, and there's absolutely no effort. That's why I'm saying, like, bro, I got to hold Darvin Ham partially accountable for the way that these guys played this 48 minutes, bro. It was unacceptable.
Yeah, that's just I think he might be a terrorist. Like, I'm not gonna lie, he might be. Damo might be right this whole entire time. There it is right there. Zion's
Let's
burner.
go to the LakerLand chat and see what the people are talking about, man. Zion burn. He said Ham is a terrorist. This is a fact, bro. It's
He
just
didn't
nasty work, bro.
practice. And you know something that's crazy? Like, I don't know if that's true or not, but I would believe it because I could see Darvin Ham saying to himself, "It's the magic." Like, we should be able to pull some pieces together. But no, bro, you gotta practice. That's the Lakers' biggest problem. Yes, you made off-season acquisitions, but you have to put those pieces together and train those pieces together, build that chemistry up in order for you to be successful. Names look good on paper. That's been the Clippers for the entirety of the Kawhi Leonard and Paul George era. But if you ain't putting them pieces together, and the thing is about the Clippers is a terrible analogy because their biggest problem is health. But with the Lakers specifically, it's always been chemistry. The Warriors is a perfect example. I'll say that. Last season, the Warriors had arguably one of the worst benches in the league. They were, high turnover, just terrible basketball when Steph was off the floor. Now, Chris Paul comes and in that what was it, the New Orleans Pelican game? No, it wasn't the Pelican game. In the game before the Thunder game, Steph was out. Chris Paul led the charge en route to a comeback. That's
Right.
something that Jordan Poole could not do last season. He could do it when he was on the floor with Steph and Clay, but he couldn't do it when they was off the floor. Chris Paul and Dario Saric was cooking. They might be my favorite duo in the league right now because I don't understand. The pick and pops and pick and rolls, they're just butter. But nonetheless, the chemistry is something that you need. And if you see that early on, as the Warriors sit 5-1 right now, it's a good thing. It's a really good thing when the chemistry is there early on. Now, if you have some offseason acquisitions and you're waiting on that chemistry to that's where we think about the trade deadline and stuff like that. Like, it's far away, so they got a little bit of time. Not really far away, about a month away. They got a little bit of time to figure something out to get a few games above 500 before the front office can be like, all right, we can see the light.
First of all, I don't appreciate you incorporating the Golden State Warriors in my conversation about the Lakers. I'm already going through it. That's number 1. I really got to talk to the bosses about you sneaking that in. But I got to give your boys their props. And we definitely got to talk about Golden State because I have to admit, I have to concede something when we talk about the Warriors, but I'm going to save that for the show. This is LakerLand People, episode 18. Seven Mitchell, ZZ. We are in the building. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Happy Sunday, guys. Let us know in the live chat, Lakerland, what your guys' thoughts was about that poor performance from the Lakers last night, and who are you guys holding the blame and the accountability to the most? Like I said, I'm giving Darvin Ham a pass because he doesn't have a lot to work with. But when you talk about poor effort, poor shooting, like I said, in the first 6 games for the Lakers, 5 of the 6 games, they found themselves down by double digits at the end of the first quarter. So there's a problem with this team getting started, getting the engine running. And that has to be part responsibility of a coach, man. You can't tell me anything different. So y'all let us know in the live chat what y'all thought about last night's game. So LeBron James. I guess I'll go ahead and bring this up real quick before we even get into our next topic, ZZ. How far could the Lakers go with LeBron James playing or averaging 35 plus minutes? Like realistically, how far can the Lakers go this season with LeBron on this same trajectory of minutes being played, averaging over 35?
Shit. A 45 to 47 win team, maybe barely
Under
making it
500.
into the postseason. I wouldn't say. I'd say either a couple games under 500 or a couple games above 500 or 500 right on the dot, but nothing subseeding 500 or nothing like completely underneath 500. Like it's just they're going to be mid. That's the best. That's the best way to put it. They're going to be mid if they do that, because you have to factor in the fact that this man is not only your best player still, but he's your oldest player. He's the oldest player in the league. So naturally, when you look at that, you factor in the fact that he's had numerous lower half of his body injuries since literally landing in LA with the groin injury on Christmas in 2019. All of that factored into the fact that he's about to be 39. So he should not be out there playing 40 minutes a night, unless, of course, the game is like a situation where they had against the Clippers, where it's back and forth, must see TV. That's different.
Right.
But if LeBron is out there and what he's giving you, like he gave you last night, isn't enough to at least cut the lead down to damn near 10, bench him. Like just stop. Just bench him, and then let your bench unit that you paid a lot of money for and that we praised going into this season, let them cook, let them find that chemistry. Now, like
Look
you
at
said,
this
Gabe
stat
Vincent,
right here, man.
go
Look
ahead.
at this stat right here. 81 30-point games since turning 35 years old. Bro, this guy is doing the unthinkable.
He is.
That is
He deserves to be
bananas, bro.
praised. He deserves. Even
My
Skip
God.
Bayless. Even Skip Bayless doubled down. Skip Bayless was like, "Oh, he's like, man, I just want to. I'm appreciating what he's doing at this age." And I was like,
You have
"Damn,
to,
well,
because you're
Heldon
never going to
froze
see this
over.
again. You're never
You're
going to
not.
see this again, ZZ. You can book
You're
that.
not.
You're never going to see this again, bro.
You're
So,
not."
shout out to LeBron James. But I agree with you, bro. I think at the end of the day, there is no recipe for success this season with LeBron James having to play 38, averaging 35 plus minutes per game. Like, I just don't see it. It's not that he can't do it. He gonna burn himself out. Like, this is such a long season. And it's unfortunate that within the first week, basically all the wins, we needed LeBron to do that. So it's just like the same old story, regardless of the roster that was implemented. It's just the same old narrative that LeBron has to play heavy minutes. And then you look at the plus minus, even though Anthony Davis, played well last night. I think AD was a minus 17 last night. But when LeBron was on the court, they were like a plus 24, something like that. Like the plus minus is crazy for the Lakers when LeBron is on the court versus off the court. And, it's just sad that they've given him help, but it's just like guys early on ain't doing their job, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying to find his plus minus right now. AD was a
It was
minus
nasty.
24,
Minus 24 last night.
and
But he had a
LeBron was
good
a
night.
plus 12. That's crazy.
Nasty work, bro.
D'Lo was a
Nasty
minus
work.
17. That's crazy.
So we'll see how this play out. Hopefully they can bounce back and get things together on the road versus Miami. We'll talk about that in the second half of the show. Guys, make sure y'all smash that like button, man. We are doing our thing here at Lakerland. We appreciate seeing you guys this Sunday. Hope everything is well for all you guys. Don't forget, we have open panel today. I'm going to be dropping the link momentarily so you guys can come up and chop it up with the fellas. I do want to go ahead, ZZ, and get into our main topic of this afternoon since we talk about the Lakers and the Miami Heat. I want to dive in about the sad truth of Pat Riley and LeBron James, bro. Now, when you look back at this relationship, has it been a one-sided relationship? Do you feel like one has done more for the other when you look at what LeBron has done for Pat Riley and Miami Heat versus what Miami Heat has done for LeBron James? Is it pretty much even, or does one hold more weight than the other?
I mean, I'd say it's fairly even. Like it's not one-sided on either side. I think that when you look at LeBron, I mean, obviously he won 2 Finals MVPs. They went to 4 straight NBA Finals. And then you factor in the fact that LeBron went to 4 more straight NBA Finals after the fact. So it was like, Bron was still going to do his thing regardless. Had he stayed in Miami, they probably still would have made the finals. So it's interesting. It's an interesting dynamic, but LeBron still found success for other franchises, including the one that drafted him outside of Miami. So he's still done fairly well for himself. Pat Riley has managed to get to the NBA Finals twice since LeBron left with Jimmy Butler, and so he didn't win. And LeBron beat him in one of them, but it's pretty hand in hand. I wouldn't say either side has a significant advantage over the other. What would you say though?
I think it's definitely balanced out. And I'm feeling like, because we've seen like Pat Riley take a lot of shots. I ain't gonna say a whole lot, but he's taking some shots at LeBron James. I know he's even challenged LeBron James, to remain in Miami in his last year. Like, he's done some things that I really wasn't so happy about when we talk about him and LeBron. But he gives me the vibe, ZZ, that he feels like LeBron owes him or owes the Miami organization a little something. And I don't really get it. I think it's air apparent that the Miami Heat as a culture definitely helped LeBron James learn how to win as a champion. But we got to be honest, bro. Miami wasn't in no type of space to be in the finals before LeBron James came, even with Dwayne Wade. So he breathed life back into that city just as much as they did for him. He didn't ask for a trade. He played his complete contract out, and he knew that it wasn't going to work after the 2014 season was over, bro. And I don't understand what Pat Riley is upset about or what the fuss has been about, because he's going against it's like Pat Riley is going against a legacy. LeBron's legacy would have been totally, I don't want to say destroyed, but it would have been completely different if he would have remained in Miami. Like, let's be honest. Because part of the reasons why we think LeBron is so great is because of the story that happened in Cleveland when he went back home. So if we don't have the story in Cleveland, and if we don't have what happened in Los Angeles, LeBron's legacy is totally different. And then you got Dwayne Wade, hurt, and then Chris Bosh wound up retiring. So it's not a guarantee that Miami would have kept on winning. I think LeBron James did the right thing for him and his career and his brand. And Pat Riley just be continuing to take shots, and I just don't get it.
I think if I remember correctly, the reason that they had like a fallout, or like the last fallout that they had, was when LeBron, I think, was butting heads with Spo. Because I was a Heat fan at the time. I was like 11 or something like that. And I remember, like, the only reason I was a Heat fan was because, like, my parents introduced me to basketball from the fact that they were LeBron and Heat fans. So I remember I watched every LeBron Miami Heat's final series from the moment that he got there. So I remember, hearing, like, watching the TV, LeBron and Spo were butting heads, and it was, if I'm not mistaken, a matter of, like, him or me. And then Braun was like, yeah, I'm just going to go back to Cleveland. But I think somebody in the comments said also Pat Riley wouldn't let LeBron be LeBron as, the GM. He wouldn't let him do that, which I understand, because from Pat's, it's how Pat Riley is. He's always been a competitor since he was a coach. So it's like, if he thinks something is working, he's not going to budge at all, no matter who you are. He had Kareem.
And I'm not mad at that. And
You
I'm
know what
not
I'm
mad
saying?
at that. I'm not
So
mad
I'm
at
not
that.
mad. And LeBron is looking at it from a perspective of I'm the best player in the league. So, I think that I'm also one of the most, highest IQ players in the league. So, and I can pick a team. I can, I know what I want. I know what I want to be built around me because obviously, like you said, Wade knees deteriorating, Chris Bosh on the way out. Braun was supposed to kind of be the quarterback of like what the front office was going to do because they're going to build around him if he stays, right? So, it's interesting. So I think that you have a clash of titans in a way that both hold their own weight in terms of winning. They did it in two different ways. Braun as a player, Pat Riley as a player coach. So, there's going to be that power struggle, but I don't, once again, I think it's pretty even. I think that they both did an even amount for each other's careers. Introducing LeBron to Heat culture probably helped him in the next 4 championship appearances that he had.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So
But the thing about it though, LeBron didn't go along for a ride within those 4 years. LeBron James was literally the best player that those guys had for that stretch of him being in Miami year in and year out. And then not
Mhm.
only that, when you think about it, I know you kind of alluded to it earlier. Pat Riley and the damn Miami Heat didn't get LeBron James went to 2 different teams before Miami got back to the finals.
Yeah.
Like he played with Cleveland for a stretch, then went to the Lakers, and then after like a year or two with the Lakers, then Jimmy Butler and Miami found their way into the finals, and they've been in the finals a couple of times within the last few years, but they just have not been able to get it done. And I'm just I'm just a little bit clueless on what the riff has always been about when we talk about Pat Riley and LeBron. I know Pat is probably disappointed that he lost LeBron and probably felt like he could have won more in Miami. But LeBron has to look out for LeBron first. And like I
Yeah.
said, his legacy would have been totally, totally different, I believe, if he would have stayed with the Miami Heat. And I don't want to take anything away from Pat Riley. He's a great, front office personality and stuff like that. But to me, he has no win in this fight when it comes to LeBron.
Yeah, I'm looking at Brandon Katz's comment right now. He said that's a bad take by ZZ. Riley's career didn't start in Miami. I know that. I didn't say that it did start in Miami. He won multiple championships for the Los Angeles Lakers, coached a really good Knicks team throughout the 90s. So that competitive drive and winning basketball is where the clash was. You have a
That's a
competitive drive
fact.
from someone that's played in 80s basketball, 90s basketball, won a championship in '06 as well. And then you have the best player in the world at the time telling you who not only just came off of 2 finals MVPs, but 4 straight NBA finals. It's going to be a power struggle. Like, I don't think that there's, you know, I said that. I didn't have to go in depth in Pat Riley's career for you to know that he's a winner outside of Miami. But yeah, Pat Riley he got to be careful though. He might end up like Phil Jackson was for New York, where you just get old and then your opinions get kind of like Vince McMahon, like you're just outdated, and then you just make poor decisions. And right now, like because you said Pat Riley's out there acting like LeBron owes him something. Meanwhile, Pat Riley owes the Miami Heat fans multiple trade acquisitions or offseason signings that he's missed out on, including Damian Lillard. So it's like Pat Riley owes his own fan base a lot in the last few years. Granted, they made it to 2 finals appearances, but everybody knew they weren't going to win those finals. Like the fact that they
So you
still
feel
have
like Pat
Bam.
Riley at times don't do his job?
I feel like at times Pat Riley has missed out on opportunities and doesn't take, risks because he's valuing, and I understand valuing the players that you develop, but at the same time, if you have an opportunity to land Damian Lillard, you need to take it. It can only update you. If you have an opportunity to upgrade your starting point guard from Kyle Lowry to Damian Lillard, you need to take it. I'm sorry. If you have an opportunity to go land Kevin Durant, you need to take it. Like they're banking on Jimmy Butler, which has proven to be kind of like, the Heat are what at the bottom of the conference right now. So
They
it's
just won the Miami Heat just won their first game of the season last night. Like they are
yeah,
1-4 right now. So they just got off to their first win of the year.
yeah. So and it's the same old. It could end up being the same old story where they start off slow and then pick up the pace just in time to make the playoffs and then make a run. But it's like if they don't do that, and it's another situation where Pat Riley has missed out on another offseason acquisition, then the Heat fans are gonna be like, well, what if we had Dame, or well, what if we had this person, or what if we had Bradley? Like, even though we gotta talk about the Suns too. We need to talk about the Suns. I'm not gonna let them slide either. But Yeah, so we'll see.
I mean, Pat Riley, to me, there has been stories that he missed phone calls or he did not make certain phone calls to get certain players in uniforms. There has been stories over the years about that, but I have to give Pat Riley his props because Miami really going into no season has ever really been a favorite to come out of the Eastern Conference. You got to put respect on their name because they are a blue collar team and they have experience, but you never really favor Miami to come out of the Eastern Conference. And time again, they seem to always have that presence. And you gotta give Pat Riley his praise for that. And I remember we even had a conversation a while back, like as a player, and we're talking Lakers. Who would you rather play for? The Showtime Lakers under Pat Riley, or would you rather play under Phil Jackson in that environment that he brings?
I remember we talked about that. I don't remember if I said Phil. I think I said Phil, but a part of me only said Phil was mainly because like he might introduce me to like some of that, like that Indian hair, like reserve stuff, like the herbs and shit.
You're gonna tap
Like, and
into
then
something else
he
that
would
Pat
tap
Riley
into
not
my
gonna tap
mental.
into.
Yeah, Phil Jackson would literally tap into my mental psyche, and I'd be as a player. Like I remember, or if I was a player and I would say to myself, like, Phil Jackson just cleansed my mind on the game of basketball. That might be a fun experience, not gonna lie. Now, Pat Riley, Pat Riley, he had the rules of like, no family members on the bus and all these things. And, like you said, blue collar, we work hard, we play physical, we try to win games. That could be fun. Showtime Lakers was amazing. But like I said, Phil Jackson, if he could tame Dennis Rodman, like that's crazy. That's just wild. Like
Yeah.
that's really wild to me. But yeah.
All right, Lakerland, y'all let us know in the live chat. What are your thoughts about the relationship between LeBron James and Pat Riley? We've seen a lot of little back and forth in the media. I remember when LeBron James was up, even though Pat Riley had some negative things to say before. I remember when LeBron was up with free agency, Pat Riley was willing to welcome LeBron back to Miami. Like he actually had a chance to get LeBron back in uniform. And I guess seeing how LeBron went back to Cleveland, with Dan Gilbert, I guess Pat Riley thought that maybe he had the same chance of implementing the same thing. But, it's just been a bunch to do about nothing. And I feel like when we talk about who owes more, I think it's been kind of balanced. Without Miami
Mhm.
and that culture, LeBron may not have never understood how to be a champion or what it takes to be a champion in this league. But that's not to say that LeBron was just along for the ride and Miami quarterback everything throughout his tenure. No, LeBron James was the reason Miami had the bright lights back on them and why they were one of the hottest teams in the NBA for that handful of years. It was because of LeBron James. And you clearly can tell because what happened to the organization for the most part once he left. So Pat Riley,
Mhm.
I do agree with you, ZZ. Need to focus more on his organization than what's going on outside of that ball club. But I still gotta respect what Pat Riley has been doing with this team because, like I said, even though they're not favorites, they've been in the finals 2 out of the last, 4 seasons?
Yeah. Yeah.
With only one, like, solidified star,
Yeah.
you know?
And half a Bam. No, I'm kidding.
Gotta get her props. Maria is in the building. Maria, salute. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my homie Maria Knows Best on YouTube, man. Dope content creator when it comes to sports, especially the NBA. So make sure y'all show Maria some love on her channel and follow her on social media as well. We about to get into halftime, boys and girls, here at Lakerland. This has been a crazy one so far. I'm about to drop the link in a minute so you guys can come up and join us. Do want to give just some quick and brief announcements to you guys before we move on to the show. Just a reminder, we are live here on Lakerland at Players Choice every Tuesday, 7:00 p.m., and every Sunday as well at 1:00 p.m. So make sure you guys check us out live in full effect here on Players Choice every Sunday and Tuesday. Also, if you guys are on social media, make sure y'all follow us TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, PC_Lakerland, man. We definitely appreciate you guys for coming through this afternoon, man. About to drop that link. Cameron X is in the building. Cameron, salute my G. Cameron said Jimmy would not be in Miami if Wade didn't tell him to go there. That's partially true. It's just like, I don't want to disrespect Miami and what they have been able to do, because they have had a level of success without LeBron James and without, Dwayne Wade. But if you measure your success different, but Miami in the past has been all about winning championships, and they haven't got that done since LeBron left. And I just feel like Pat Riley with these little comments and little backdoor statements that he be having, like, it just don't be making much sense to me. And I think he be taking it personal. But, it is what it is. You got any news or anything, bro, before we continue on with the show?
Nah, I mean, I went around looking for some news stories on ESPN. The trending news that they have is clearly James Harden's statement about being a system. And I want to get your thoughts on that, Seven. I'm not a system player. I am a system.
I agree with James Harden 1,000%, bro. I've been saying it for the last 2 to 3 weeks. One of the biggest reasons why we've seen this new James Harden from Brooklyn to Philly is because of this new role that he's accepted and embraced as a facilitator. I think he led the league in assists last season. And generally, when you have a guy that's going to expand his bag, you like that. But I don't like that for James Harden. James Harden has to go back to that James Harden from Houston, has to be score first and take it from there. As long as James Harden is going to continue to be this facilitator, I'm just not sold on the success for this guy. And I definitely don't think that it's going to work in Los Angeles when you talk about the Clippers, man. I'm just definitely not sold on this unit. It looks good if we're playing a video game, but, in reality, there's too many guys that need the ball to do what they need to do. And then you talk about the personalities that's involved with this thing. What if something goes bad? Look at the personalities you're talking about. And Russ and Harden and Kawhi and PG. Are y'all sold that Coach Ty Lue is able to control that?
Considering that the starting lineup on Monday is going to be Harden, Russ, Kawhi, PG, and Zubats, I'm interested to see because James Harden's clearly the third option on this team. Because my thing is with James, just ever since he's left Houston, I don't want to be here anymore. Granted, he did everything he could for Houston in that organization. Got fat, left, got traded to Brooklyn, and then after a year and a half of that, even after a year and a half of that, and them offering him a contract extension, so he would have got the money that he's looking for right now. He bet on himself, and as one of the greatest scorers of our generation, I can't blame him. He said, "Nah, this ain't working. I don't like this. It's too much Kyrie and KD drama. Let me leave. I want to go to Philly. I want to play with Joel Embiid." And then 2 years of that, in 13 playoff games he had with Philadelphia, in 10 of those games he shot below 35% and below 25% from three. So he once again, another failed playoff stint for James Harden, another failed stint for him in an organization. Now he's like, "Nah, I want to go to LA now. I don't want to be the second option anymore. I can't. Y'all got me on a leash, even though I'm leading the league in assists. That's a problem." Like, what James Harden's acting like that's a problem. Nah, I want to go out there and show him I'm the same old James Harden. It's not 2018 no more, James. It's not, bro. You going to LA now? Your role is, I don't even know what his role is. Is he going to be the facilitator? Is he going to be catch and shoot? Is he going to be like, I don't know. I don't know. And not to mention, we got to factor in the fact that Kawhi and Paul George can't stay healthy for a playoff run. Or at least in recent history has shown us that. We can't get both of them on the court at the same time. One of them is gone or both of them is gone. And then you've matched that with two inefficient postseason performers in James Harden and Russell Westbrook, which, mind you, James Harden shoots better than Russ in the postseason. That's crazy, right? That's wild. But still, all love for Russ because he was finding his role on this team. And then they say, "Oh, nah, here comes James Harden. Here comes Husky Harden. Sorry, Russ." So now I don't know. I don't know what this just looks like a bunch of jambalaya. I don't know. This would have been cool, like you said, on 2K in the association league, sure. But bro, I'm interested to see it. I got to see it. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, man. I'm not scared at all about these Los Angeles Clippers. They got to prove it to me, bro. Got to prove.
They just got to prove. Honestly, the biggest thing they got to prove to me is that they can stay healthy. That's all I need to see. Everything else, like if they stay healthy and they lose, like in the conference finals or something, I won't even be mad.
Yeah.
I won't even be mad because they stayed healthy. That's all. That's the biggest thing for me. Like I see the potential there. I'm not gonna be an idiot here. Like I see the potential there, but it's about fits and health. That's what it's about now. Somebody in that big four is gonna have a role that they don't really know what they doing out there. And my bet is it's gonna be either Russ or James Harden. Because, like you said, with Russ, he's bringing the energy. He's bringing the energy, but there's only one basketball, and 3 of those players love dribbling that motherfucker. So we'll see. We will see.
All right, guys, this is LakerLand episode 18. We chopping it up, man. We in the second half of the show. I'm about to drop the link for our open court. Anybody, you don't have to be a Lakers lover. You can be a Lakers hater. It doesn't matter. All we ask is that you do be respectful. And if you are going to join the panel, you do need to be cammed up. That is one of our mandatory requirements here at LakerLand. We need all you guys to be cammed up. But I'm about to drop the link in a second so you guys can join me. There the link goes. ZZ, until we get some guys to come up for the panel, you want to go ahead and get the LakerLand wheel started so we can talk about next topic? Alrighty, man. Let's get into it, man. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button, man. Here at Players Choice, this is LakerLand. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new to the platform and become a member of the Players Choice family. We about to spin the LakerLand wheel for our next topic. Let's get into it.
Get Phil Jackson. What they gonna get him for?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now listen. Now that I think about it, before you even answer and go crazy, Jeannie Buss has a new man in her life, so Phil Jackson wouldn't have to deal with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're not asking Phil Jackson to create a new culture in Los Angeles. You really would only need him for maybe 1-2 years max, and that's really all you're getting from LeBron, right?
Mm-hmm.
So explain to me, why wouldn't this work? Why not get Phil? If I got an opportunity to get Phil now, and I know LeBron doesn't like Phil Jackson, my God, I know it. But bro, if you're trying to maximize and get that 5th ring, why not go for Phil Jackson's easy?
You want Phil Jackson to coach?
Right now, yes. I want Darvin Ham-ass out of here. Give me Phil Jackson this season, bro. You don't think Phil could clean this up?
Man, this ain't 2001 no more, dog. Like Phil's gonna be like, all right, triangle offense, boys, let's go. Like
look at BA. Look at BA. He's just shaking his head at me already in the lobby. BA he's
bro, what is this?
Tripping.
What is this? Phil Jackson. Okay, I have a love-hate relationship with Phil Jackson because of his time in New York and my time in New York being a Derrick Rose fan. So, and I just hated it. I hated all of it. So I'm not Phil Jackson as a coach for this Lakers team. No, bro. That's just gonna be. They should make it a reality show. If that happens, they need to make it a reality show. I would watch it.
Old as hell, man.
Y'all are bugging. Wait a minute. Is anybody with me? First of all, is anybody with me that Phil Jackson will work this season in Los Angeles?
No.
Wishful thinking.
Really?
No.
Anybody in the chat? Anybody in the chat?
This team needs X's and O's. We do not need Phil Jackson, bro. Like,
yeah,
we need an X and O coach, bro. We do not need Phil Jackson. We tried the motivation.
Is the master of X's and O's, bro? Isn't he?
No, 7. No, stop it, 7.
He's a triangle merchant.
Bro.
He hey, you not that desperate right now, are you? You desperate right now? We not doing this.
I am. Bro. You see what's happening?
Oh my God.
LeBron, your main player. You feel me? You're the great, one of the greatest in everything. With Phil Jackson, somebody he really does not like to the core.
No,
really,
no.
Really.
But we have a mission, though, BA. We have a mission, though, BA.
The mission can't get done with Darvin.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I would
Can
take
he?
I don't know.
I would take
bro.
Mark Jackson before I
I
take.
don't know, bro.
I was just thinking that.
I'll take
I would
Mark
take
Jackson
Mark
too.
Jackson before I even go that route, bro. That's
Shit,
not
I
even
take
a
Jeff
What?
Van Gundy.
I was
before
just
take
thinking
Mark
that.
Jackson.
Hey,
was that
I
bad,
go
bro.
Jeff Van Gundy too. I'll go Jeff Van Gundy before that.
Man, what?
Darvin
Phil
Ham
Jackson.
didn't do bad
We might as
last
well get
night,
Jim
bro. You
Boylan.
need to blame the
Crazy.
team. They got out rebounded. Nobody rebounded. AD won't boxing nobody out. LeBron ass was barely boxing out. Y'all talking about Darvin Ham? Blame the team. Them niggas won
Bro.
trial last night.
But Darvin Ham has to be able to place. He has to be able to know where everybody's going to be and put everybody in place. It looks like this it worked. It worked towards the end of last season after the trade, but it looks like he's just like, yo, LeBron, AD, I just need y'all to go out and get it. D-Lo, shoot everything. That's not how.
Who do you have to work with last night? He ain't had nobody. Shit.
I'm
They
not gonna
weren't
lie
trying to
though.
play. They weren't trying to hoop last night. You seen how they played. How you give up 20-second chance points to the Magic? What the fuck, bro? Come on, dog.
They're
Blame
mostly
the
giving
team.
up to the
Team
Wagner
didn't show
brothers.
up.
I was gonna say to the Wagners exclusively. Like,
Yeah, facts.
Like what? They ain't box nobody out. Shit, you could box somebody out from the damn 3-point line. I don't care. Box somebody out,
Man, your Lakers ain't what y'all think they are, bro.
bro.
oh
we
my
are.
God, we're
We don't
hurt.
even
Calm
have
down.
our
Salute,
We're
salute,
hurt.
team.
Hank, salute, fellas.
Y'all not what
What's
y'all
up,
think
fellas?
y'all are, bro.
We're hurt.
Like
I'm
y'all
scared. I'm
beat.
scared, Mook. I'm not even
Hold
gonna
on,
lie, bro. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie.
Hold on, y'all beat the Clippers and thought y'all won a championship. You got LeBron James throwing the ball up in the air and stuff like that. You got them throwing champagne, drinking wine, and you know, and having a celebration in the locker rooms because y'all beat the Clippers. Y'all beat the Los Angeles Clippers on the back-to-back, and you barely beat the Los Angeles Clippers on the
Look at these
back-to-back
stats,
on the
hater.
overtime.
Look at these
And we was depleted as well,
stats,
missing like
hater.
key players
Oh,
on
he's
the
a
roster.
Clippers
So are
fan.
we.
So then I'm like,
hard,
okay,
though.
I'm like, okay, maybe the Lakers have some, but y'all lost to the Orlando Magic. You got
Y'all
D'Lo
know Rated
breaking
R
it
is a
up,
Clippers
shot
fan,
25
right? I just want to get that
points.
disclaimer.
He's a
He's a
Clippers fan.
Clippers
Yeah.
fan.
Okay.
He's a Clippers
Not,
fan.
not only that,
Yeah.
not only that, bro. I told y'all, bro, about Darvin Ham, bro. Darvin Skin, bro. I told y'all he cannot
We
produce
all
a
hate
great
him.
offense, bro.
Darvin
I
Ham with
told y'all his
a
rotations is trash. So I don't know
And
how you keep on playing D'Lo minutes when he's not producing anything, right? And then you mix up lineups with Cam Reddish and Jason Hayes and all that stuff when they're not getting nothing for y'all offensively. Then defensively, y'all not that good as well. So like I said there said, bro, you don't have no good pure weight defender. Not only that, bro. Hey, the Lakers is not they're overrated, bro. Like I said there said, LeBron and AD
No,
are very
y'all niggas
inconsistent
are
offensively.
overrated.
It is what it is,
Y'all
bro.
niggas are overrated. Y'all
The
went and
ill
got
healthy
Husky
team
Harden.
talking right
Be
now.
Husky
This is
quiet.
Hard.
crazy. This is crazy. Y'all been in
You
like
talking
82
about
and
the
0 in
Lakers are
hypotheticals, bro.
overrated. Wow.
Y'all are
This is
overrated.
crazy.
Y'all not championship contenders, bro.
And you aren't either. That's crazy.
Neither are you,
Yes,
nigga.
yes,
Hey,
Neither
yes,
are
we are.
y'all. What
Yes,
the
we
fuck?
are.
it is
How are
early
we
in the
not
season,
championship
man.
Yes, we
Things
are,
can turn
contenders?
around,
It's
but
too
come
early,
on,
Bro,
bro.
Ham
we
got to
just
do
Bro,
went
we
to
something.
the
cannot
Western
ignore the
Conference
fact.
Finals,
Hold on.
man.
We can't ignore the fact that, bro, the reason why y'all made it to the
Don't
playoffs
ignore
last
the
year.
fact that we
Hold
just
on,
made
hold
the
on.
Western
The
Conference
reason why y'all
Finals.
made it to the playoffs last year because the NBA needed y'all to be in the
Oh
playoffs to
my
save the
god.
ratings.
Oh, here
So
you
when you
go
look
with
at
this
Well,
the
the script
loss,
bullshit.
hold on.
writer.
When you
Because
look at
your
the Los
Clippers was
Angeles,
trash and got
when you look
injured,
at
you got to make
when,
a.
hold on, when you look at the Los Angeles Lakers, it's not like it's the coincidence. Like look at y'all outshot your opponents from the free throw
You don't
line.
even know what you
Hold
saying.
on, y'all outshot your opponents from January 28th when LeBron James had the little tantrum game, right? Y'all outshot your opponents from the free throw line, 439 to 174. That's a
Look
stat.
at the
Y'all
players we
was
have
living
on
and
our
dying
team.
at the free throw line. Y'all was getting to the free throw line multiple times. Not only that, bro, the NBA let y'all trade in role players to get. They let y'all trade trash for treasure. You know what I'm saying? They let y'all get Vanderbilt. They let y'all get D'Lo. Y'all get y'all all these goddamn players because your roster was trash. So like I said there and said, y'all made it to the play-in, right? And y'all made it to the playoffs. But like I said there and said,
Went to
do
the
you think
Western
this
Conference
Lakers?
Finals.
Do you think? Hold on. Do you think
You're
this Lakers
fire
team
right
is
now.
good than what they were last year?
We are.
You're
We
Answer the
don't
fire
even
question.
right
have
now.
our full
You're
team yet,
fire right
nigga.
now. Oh
Damn.
my
What the
God.
Hell
fuck?
going on.
Do you
You're
think your
fire
Lakers team is
now.
good like it was last year? Do you think defensively y'all still good than what y'all were last year?
When we get Vando and Rui and them back,
Okay,
yeah, we'll be fine.
Oh
that's
my
what I'm
god,
saying. We've
bro,
been missing
Darvin
our
Ham
best
doesn't,
We
bro.
missing
POA.
Vando.
We've
Oh
We
been
my,
missing
missing
bro,
our best
Vando
Darvin
and
Ham,
POA
Rui.
defender, and this
Gabe
is
Darvin
couldn't
Ham.
play
crazy.
last night.
This
You
is
know
crazy.
Gabe was injured, right?
Darvin Ham is not, bro.
No. You already had your chance. You know the Lakers are a slashing team, right? You know Austin Reeves slashed to the basket. So does LeBron. So does AD. So does everybody. Dennis Schroeder. Them people on that team you talking about free throws. That's all they do is drive. We couldn't shoot.
Okay.
So when you drive to the rack, that's what happens. You get fouled.
Now this is about to be a
So
barber.
that's debunked.
Okay,
That's
so when you get Vanderbilt, when you get Vanderbilt back, do you know that that's going to hinder the offense because Darvin Ham does not run sets for Vanderbilt to be
He wouldn't
great in the offense. He does not.
Bro, Vanderbilt will be fine. You keep talking.
Darvin
Y'all
Ham
need
run
to.
sets
You need to
anyway.
worry about what you're gonna do with
He
Harden.
don't run sets
Darvin Ham, hold on, I'm
anyway.
about to tell you this. Darvin Ham put Vanderbilt in the baseline or in the corner, and
In
he
the dunker
purposely
spot.
let a big. He let a big to roam off of Vanderbilt, which make AD and LeBron James' job harder because at the end of the day, you got somebody that's coming in loading up. When y'all run post touches for AD or when y'all run pick and roll for AD, and Darvin Ham has Vanderbilt on the baseline
Vanderbilt
or
is
the
gonna
corner,
do a backdoor cut
that
from the
really
corner.
mess up
Simple.
the spacing for the Los Angeles Lakers. So like
It's
I
not.
said,
It's
What's been
not that
happening with
big of a
Cam
deal.
Reddish, bro? What's been
It's not
happening
that
with
big
Cam
of a
Reddish?
hold
What's been
on,
happening with Cam Reddish?
hold
Don't
on.
put him in the
Even
same
if
slot as
even if
Cam Reddish.
Darvin Ham gets Vanderbilt and these other guys back, you got to understand this: Darvin Ham rotations in his lineups are not really that good, and his offensive sets are
But they
so
made it to the
predictable,
West
bro.
Conference
They're so
Finals and they're
predictable.
so bad.
They're
Bro,
in your
we
in the
talking about
lineups, and the
predictable
lineup
sets.
is terrible,
Oh
bro.
my god.
Wait a minute. This is what I need to know.
Oh
This is what I need to know from
This is
because
ridiculous.
you
This
keep
is
harping on the
crazy.
Lakers, but you have not yet explained why your Clippers took the loss. Though I need
Like
you to
what?
Thank
explain
you.
to us why the
I will tell
Clippers
you. I will
lost. You
tell
want
you
to
why.
talk to us about the Lakers, but why did your team take the L?
Okay, can I explain?
They didn't have James Harden.
My bad, Mookie.
All right. Let me explain my shit. You remember when the last time the
Floor
Clippers
is yours, bro.
beat the Los Angeles Lakers, and you
Mookie,
saw
you gonna
the
need you to
Clippers?
cam up too, bro. Mookie, I'm gonna need you to cam up, bro.
Huh? I'm
You can go ahead and
doing
finish your call,
something.
but I'm gonna need you to cam up once you finish.
All right, I'm gonna say this right quick, right?
That's cool, but I need everybody on the panel to cam up so you guys drop that.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna say this something right quick because I gotta do something. That's what I'm gonna say, right? You know when the Lakers beat the Los Angeles Clippers? You know when the Clippers beat the Los Angeles You know when the Clippers beat the Los Angeles Lakers last year, right? And the Lakers was making an excuse talking about, oh, we played on the back-to-back, and we tired. We played a lot of minutes the previous game and stuff like that. I could use that excuse to sit there and say, no, that's the reason why the Clippers lost to the Lakers. Because let's be honest, y'all not a better team than us. Number two.
Yes, you can.
No, hold on. Number two. Tyronn Lue, we was missing our best POA defender. We was missing players in the lineup as well, right? So it forced Tyronn Lue to play lineups with PJ Tucker, Zubac, Paul George got fouled out. He was the best player on the floor. It forced him to play those lineups as well, which helped and benefited the Los Angeles Lakers because now they can play these big man lineups and they can sag off of PJ Tucker, they can sag off of Zubac, they can sag off of Russell Westbrook and play more compacted in. And that's why, that helped the Los Angeles Lakers look better than they were defensively. Like I said, bro, the Clippers are better than y'all. Not only that, bro, we have better players than y'all. We have better personnel than y'all. We got a better coach than y'all, bro.
No,
And
you
like I said, that's
don't.
the reason why we won 11 straight against y'all, bro.
Your coach's
It's a
only
whole bunch of
adjustment is going
cap.
smaller. Your coach's
Whole
only
bunch of
adjustment is going
cap.
smaller.
So the Lakers weren't injured last night. You talking
And
about
tell
injured
me,
players
hold
on the
on,
Clippers?
We
hold
didn't
on,
have
The
our
hold
Lakers
best
on.
players
point of
weren't injured
attack
last night.
either when we lost to
What
y'all.
is Darvin's scam adjustment?
Darvin Scam with the little adjustments made the Western Conference Finals.
Exactly. They got the
Where's
same
Ty Lue
adjustments.
done?
They
Where's
got the
Ty
same
Lue done?
adjustments.
Hey, he dropping
They got the
bars
same
right now. I
adjustments.
haven't heard a rebuttal
The
yet,
difference
man.
is
Y'all got he on
Hey,
fire.
ZZ, what's Darvin Ham adjustment, man?
Because
He on
he just
fire
sat
right
there and
now.
said
What's
his
Darvin
team
Ham
didn't have their
adjustment,
best
man?
point of attack defender. They was missing depth. But we didn't have
You
our
act,
best
you act,
POA
you
either.
act like
We were
Vando
missing
played,
depth
Gabe
too, and we
Vincent
still
didn't
beat
play.
them.
Like what? Nobody played and we still beat y'all.
That's what I'm saying.
With no adjustments, he still made the Western Conference Finals. Better than what Ty Lue has done with the Clippers. I'm confused.
I want to see a
Because
full
he's
season for the
adding.
Clippers healthy before we talk Clippers.
It's too
Like, what are we
early.
talking about?
He's
We
It's
adding.
too early though, but it's too early. You feel me?
Who
I know
is y'all best point of
the
attack?
Lakers
Let
are
me know.
injured. It's too early right now. Like it's too early in the season. So I can't really jump and say this is gonna work and this ain't gonna work. Yeah, hey, holla at me in December and January. Holla at me in December
It's
and
just
January.
like what ZZ said. We don't need to hit no panic button. Don't get to trading motherfuckers.
Exactly.
Let the team get back together. Let
And
them
like
play.
Giannis said, you got the
Actually,
dribbler now. You got the dribbler. Dribble,
Hey,
dribble,
that
dribble.
boy said Husky Harden. I ain't heard that. That shit.
Yeah.
That's what they got, man. That's what they got. I'm trying to see that.
Harden. That's
Boy, talk about
I needed to. I'm mad that Mookie left. I wanted to hear his thoughts on like how Harden was going to fit into this team because
He don't have no
He's not.
explanation.
He's
I
not.
mean,
He don't have no
That's it.
explanation. For
It's
that.
sure.
even Kawhi got his
He's
head down
not.
right now, talking about I don't know how this gonna work. We're gonna have to find a way.
It's
You know that agree
insurance.
with him?
It's insurance, bro. That's what I think this move is. It's insurance, bro. It's
Mhm.
one of them. It's. I don't want to say. I hate to say this about health, but one of them gonna go down most likely. At least one of them. So
Mhm.
That's exactly what it is. It's for Harden and Russ to play the majority of the regular season, and Kawhi and PG to be there in the playoffs.
Mhm.
But it's
Hopefully they
probably
can get that.
Kawhi's
Gonna
gonna
be
turn up
Russ
for 2
and
games.
Harden
So,
in the
fellas, let me
playoffs.
ask y'all
Kawhi
this:
and PG
what
out.
was y'all takeaway from the first 5 games or the first handful of games from the Lakers?
Man.
First quarter got to be better, bro. What is it?
horrible,
Did y'all hear me?
coaching.
Yeah,
Horrible coaching.
we just gotta step it up in the first quarter. We can't start off every damn game down 15 and fight our way back.
What type of sets are you? What type of sets is he running?
None.
It looks like
a pin down.
ISO ball. It looks like ISO ball.
He's
I
running.
got a playmaker. He gonna penetrate and kick. That's what it
It's
looks
a pin
like.
down in this corner for AD to get to the middle, and it's a screen for AR. Like it's like a flare screen. Them the only 2 plays we running
Bro,
right
I was gonna say terrorist flare screens. That's it.
That's
And they can't even
bro.
hold screens right.
Hell
Like,
no.
oh my god.
They don't even have a simple motion offense. It's I got the ball at I got the ball
They
at the
don't,
top
they
of
don't
the key.
even pass and cut no more. Damn, I
Yeah,
learned that
exactly, bro. I don't see nothing. I don't see anything, bro. Everything is based
Topic
off
here
of pure
at
reaction.
Lakerland when we got tomorrow's game between the Lakers and the Miami Heat. Now the Lakers are currently again on a 3-game losing streak. They have yet to win on the road, and the Miami Heat is just coming off of their first win. Fellas, we'll just go across the panel. How do y'all project tomorrow night's game to play out between the Lakers and the Miami Heat?
You want to go first?
I think Brian finna have a damn 30 ball. We probably gonna need that.
Easy, it's on you. You the co-host. Go first. Let everybody follow you in.
Shit. I was gonna agree with him. I'm betting LeBron 35 plus points, assists, and rebounds. What you talking about? Like I don't think that the Heat are still in an identity crisis more than the Lakers are, in my opinion. They don't know. They have the same pieces. They just don't know what to do with them. So they're still trying to figure out the pieces and put that together. AD, I mean, him versus Bam it should be either even or AD cooks that. But I don't see Bam really cooking AD like that, especially backing him down in the post or anything like that. Like AD gonna do his thing. Austin Reeves, I think, is coming into his own and figuring out that he's not a 21% shooter from 3. Because let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you this. The first game of the season, I bet Austin Reeves 2.5 plus threes.
Bro, me too.
Hey, see, you feel me? And I was for the next like 3 games, I think I might have bet him for either 2 or 2.5, and he didn't hit. And I was mad as hell because I was like, I know damn well they ain't pay this man this much money to make 1 3 a game. Come on now.
Real.
He's finding his rhythm. He's figuring it out. Like Seven said earlier in the show, you know, he was playing in the Olympics. He's got to get his legs back.
Hey, do you feel like
mad at him.
the
Go ahead.
You cutting out.
Oh, he
Couldn't
laughed.
sir.
Hank, do you feel like Austin Reeves playing in the summer hurt him overall?
Definitely. They've even talked about it on the big shows.
Y'all hear me?
That he lost some of them legs and he's got to get back into it for the season. He's never played this amount of games. It's going to be. I think Wemby might end up falling into this category pretty soon too as the season goes along. Not being able to play, not having to play these amount of games, and it might get him winded. So I think that Austin's going to have to go through that and figure out how to get himself back into game ready shape so he can start hitting them threes. The game is still there. He just got to get back into pretty much game shape.
I agree.
I'm going to bring Cole and Bit right back up in a second. I don't know what was going on with the and everything was lagging. So let me drop them for just a quick second. BA, what's your thoughts and impressions on tomorrow's game between the Lakers and the Miami Heat?
I think it's going to come down to coaching, to coaching specifically. I think Spoelstra and them might just find a way to win a close game. I feel like LeBron's going to play like 35 to 40 minutes. AD's going to play 35 to 40 minutes. D-Lo is still going to be. He's still going to have some type of hangover. He might hit 2 threes. He might go 2 for 9 tomorrow. He might just hit one more. But I think the Heat. I think it's gonna come down to coaching, and I got the Heat probably edging tomorrow's game.
Ooh.
Mm.
I don't know, BA.
You're right. It's gonna come down to coaching at the end of the day. If it's a close game.
Spoelstra,
Does anybody know?
Go ahead.
7.
Where you ranking Spoelstra? Where you ranking Spoelstra right now as a coach?
As far as all time, like body
Where
of
you
work,
ranking Eric Spoelstra right now as a coach?
as a coach, like you talk about for like this season.
No, actively, all active coaches right now.
Actively all time. I think he's I think he top 10.
No, in this within the last 5 to 10 years.
Within the last 5 to 10 years, I think
But
he's
not top
10.
5.
I think he's top 10. He may be top 5, but right now I give him top 10.
I mean, I think he got a top 5 story. Bro came from the video room.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Like he came from the video room, won a chip, then another one, 2 finals appearances after LeBron and D Wade and Bosh's tenure. Like, damn,
Right.
Heat as a winning culture. Like at first, everybody tried to act like that was just like coy or like, just corny. But you see it now with Jimmy, because all Jimmy Butler ever wanted to do. This dates back to how Chicago Bulls as an organization are just failures since the Jordan era. But like all Jimmy Butler ever wanted to do was be around teammates that had the same goal in mind, which was to work their asses off to be great. That's all he wanted to do. He just wanted work ethic. That's it. And the Bulls front office chose Fred Hoiberg over Jimmy Butler, and then he goes and then they trade him away. And then same issues that he had in Chicago, he had in Minnesota with Cat and Andrew Wiggins and their work ethic. They trade him away, and then he go to Philly. They pick Tobias fucking Harris over him, and then it's like
angry.
This whole time. Meanwhile, the media at the same time was trying to have Jimmy up there painted as some sort of locker room cancer or whatever. And I'm like, all this dude wants to do is win. Like, how is that a bad thing? 2 finals appearances later from Miami, along with Eric Spoelstra and the Heat culture, bro. Like, it's just so he got a top 5 story for sure. You can put Spo just want to win too at the end of the day.
Oh, he's doing this. Like, if you look at the support, like if you look at the players that he has been doing it with for the past 4 seasons, 5 seasons, bro, that's incredible. That's incredible. And if you see how he the way that he coaches is he coaches to each and every player's strength. You feel me? And you can see them run sets, run plays. You can see how the plays differ per each player that has the ball offensively. And that's something that Darvin Ham is not doing.
Not at all.
I love Eric Spoelstra defense. The way he coached their defense and had them locked in the playoffs, that shit don't make no sense. They'll switch from a man to a zone. Them motherfuckers pull out a damn 1-3-1 out the motherfucker. I ain't seen a 1-3-1 in years.
That's a fact.
I fuck with the defense. With Darvin Ham, it's like I don't know. It's like I think he's just a playoff coach. Like he get to the playoffs, he'll put in the certain people, let people play who hot. And then he just let LeBron be like, all right, who you think should go in right now? Who you think like that's what he need to do. Just put in people, and then as the game go on, just go to LeBron and be like, who wrote right now?
Darvin Ham is a motivational speaker. He's a great motivational speaker, bro. That's what he does. He motivates, and that's it. X's and O's. I don't know about that, man.
Nah, man.
He give you confidence,
LeBron. Brian had to go up to him and say, I'm a point guard too, right?
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
I
think they got the game tomorrow, 7. I think the Lakers gonna get it.
They should.
Looking at who out, they should. As long as Brown and AD play, the size gonna be a lot for the Heat.
For what reason? What do you see? How is it gonna play out tomorrow?
I think the size is gonna be too much for him, especially if Bron and AD playing. They Jimmy Butler not playing.
And if they go big with Wood,
What's
Jimmy
the
not
amount
playing
of minutes?
tomorrow.
Jimmy
What's
not
the
playing.
amount of
No,
minutes
they
you
got him on
project
injury report
LeBron
list right now. He
playing
might
tomorrow?
change.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh, then the Lakers better win. They
Yeah,
ain't got no
Lakers
reason
better
to
win
win.
this game.
They ain't got no reason to lose.
Yeah.
Now watch how Tyler Hero dropped 45.
Hey, he playing now. He been putting up 20
My
plus,
God.
20, 25
Bam
plus.
get 20 and 20 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bam gonna get 20 and 20.
Bro, they circled the calendar.
Bruh. That's
Jesus.
crazy. That's crazy. This man is on a revenge tour right now.
Yeah. All them trade talks is making him mad.
Yeah, he better step up. He better step up, man.
You want to know something that I find funny because I'm iffy on if I think that the league be rigging shit sometimes. But I remember last season in the postseason when Tyler Hero went down and they pulled up a graphic and it said this was in the first round. They pulled up a graphic and it said that his expectancy to return would be the finals. So I joked with my boy Rondé. I was like, "Yo, they rigging it, bro. Like the Heat going to the final, and then they go to the damn finals." So I'm like, how y'all? Like it might have been a coincidence, but there's I shouldn't have felt that strong in that opinion of me saying like, yeah, they're gonna go to the finals from just me seeing that graphic. Like I shouldn't have felt that. I shouldn't have been like, yeah, that sound right. And then Jimmy just mopping ass every single round. Like it's interesting.
Yeah.
The refs got agendas. They that the ref that got caught, he was doing interviews talking about it. There's definitely agendas on players and stuff from the league.
course.
So it happens.
Yeah,
Of course, man.
And this season, you know, that's why the Warriors about to go back to the championship and get CP his ring.
Facts. That's the way it's looking like it's gonna be right now. They playing. I'm like,
He gonna get the
Hey, this
playing
good
tournament
right
ring.
now?
That's what he about to get. The playing tournament ring.
what's up, Seven? My bad.
Are y'all able to hear me now?
I hear you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Am I coming through? I'm like they having major technical problems over here, so I don't even know if y'all can hear me or not. All right, cool. Let's talk about best in the West, beast in the East. Who are the top teams in the respective conferences right now in your eyes? I'm gonna start with you, BA.
Boston in the East. Boston is looking good in the East right now. They looking Porzingis. I don't know what, but I knew he was going to be a great pickup, but I didn't know he was going to be like this meaningful to them because defensively, like he's scoring, but defensively he's been a monster, especially in that paint. In the West, I'm still liking Joker now. I'm still liking he's still the best player in the NBA. He's still the best player in the world right now. So I got Denver in the West. I definitely got Denver in the West.
So you got Denver and Boston?
Denver and Boston are my top two in each.
All right.
Each one.
Don't go nowhere, BA. Let me swap. I'm gonna swap you with somebody and then I'll bring you right back up. But I'm trying not to go over 4. Something is wrong with my connection. So just hang tight for me in the lobby. I'll bring you back up. 1 second.
Hank, what you think?
Hank, who is the best in the West and the beast in the East, in your opinion?
As of right now, it's Denver and Boston. And of course, we got a few other teams that are looking pretty good right now. It's early, but right now you got to go with the champs and the runners. They want the runners up, but top 4? Boston. Right now they're looking pretty good.
I'm with them.
Everybody up on Boston, and you said Denver.
Denver. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Philly looking all right now, but
I ain't gonna lie,
Philly looking good too.
they looking all right.
We know how that story gonna wind up. Hank, I'm gonna bring you right back up, bro. I'll bring you back up. Cole.
Yo.
Best in the West, beast in the East, bro. Who the 2 best teams in these conferences right now?
Nuggets and Boston pretty easily. Why is everybody on Boston's like starting 5 like a 3-and-D player?
Really?
Just at different heights. Like everybody can shoot the 3. Everybody can defend on Boston. The Nuggets is just a well-oiled machine. It's pretty clear. Who said the Clippers? Shut up. My God.
Yeah. What about you, Bit? Who the best in the West? Who's the beast in the East?
Best in the West, easy Denver. Probably had Golden State second. Then I'll say Boston and Philly in the East. Boston just playing different right now. I don't know. I don't know why, bro. Was surprised about KP. Porzingis always been solid. He just was hurt. You seen what Luka did with him to the Clippers. He was about to smoke the Clippers with KP until he got hurt. But yeah, it's Boston and Denver easy right now.
Right.
We ain't worried about it though. Lakers finna creep back up on everybody.
Yes, Lord.
You know what time it is.
I don't know, bro. I hope so. I swear, I hope so. But man, I'm gonna be honest, ZZ. Here's my time. I told you I was gonna have to give it up. I told you I was gonna give it up to you. I'm not gonna lie, bro. ZZ's Golden State Warriors is the best team in the Western Conference right now.
Whoa!
Talk to him.
I got them above.
Talk to him.
I got them above Denver. And if they was
can
to
settle
play
the
each other in a 7-game series right now, I got Golden State beating Denver in a 7-game series right now, bro.
Look, man, here's the thing.
I'm sorry.
I was gonna say that biased aside, I picked Denver. Bias fully in effect, obviously I'm gonna go with the Warriors. But the reason isn't just because I love the Warriors. It's because the bench unit is literally top 3 in the league. I'm sorry. The everything that I thought about this Warrior team going into this season with Chris Paul leading that bench unit instead of Jordan Poole, unlocking everybody. He's unlocked Jonathan Kuminga, who's honestly unlocked himself. Moses Moody, Dario Saric. When you look at that bench unit and when they go on runs, it is eerily reminiscent of the 2022 Warriors that went 18-2 to start off the season. Now, we got to give Denver their love because they still got Nikola Jokic, the best player in the league. They still got Jamal Murray as his duo, as his Robin, MPJ, KCP, the whole 9. I love what Denver's been doing with the absence of Bruce Brown and the insertion of guys like Christian Braun and Najee and all those boys. Like the Nuggets have been able to figure out something to keep that motor going and keep going off of and building off of obviously the championship and things like that. For the East, it's simple. Is obviously Boston, but like BA said, or like Hank said, we got to Philly, bro. Philly. Philly already won the trade, and James Harden ain't even laced up yet. That's crazy. That's crazy. Because look, Philly and what they're doing.
Philly won the trade.
Go ahead.
Philly won the trade because they were able to get James Harden off of their books. And now the locker room looks different.
Yeah,
but they didn't add any players that's going to help them win a championship. And then Joel Embiid is about to demand a trade. So how did Philly win so much?
Joel Embiid and what he's doing is y'all and some people are missing it. Joel Embiid is building his back-to-back MVP case before our very eyes right now. That's what he's doing. Joel Embiid is looking at it and saying, you know what? We may not have James Harden, but I got Kelly Oubre Jr.
Kelly Oubre has been hooping.
Yeah, he's been hooping,
bro.
I got and then he's saying to himself, I got Tyrese Maxey, who we've been waiting on him to have this breakout season. And so far, so good. So far, so good. Not to mention DeAnthony Melton and the defensive upside that he brings from the point guard spot that James Harden is not going to give you. So Philly themselves is looking at it and saying we need an identity change because we lost James Harden and all that drama that was with that. Now we got to look at what we have. We still got our MVP and we still got some solid pieces around him. And that's enough to get them to the 2nd seed right now in the Eastern Conference. The same conference that has not to mention Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo on the same fucking team. So what I'm saying is Philly is looking at it and saying we have no more distractions. We want to win basketball games. We want to maximize what we have with our roster with Joel Embiid as our 4-man leading us, leading the charge. So Joel Embiid is honestly building another MVP case because so far, bro's been hooping himself. Not we're gonna talk.
Yo, shout out to Tech Jones, man. Shout out to Tech.
When y'all play a team with size,
I tried not to say nothing. Tech Jones is Tech is in his bag, bro. Shout out to Tech.
That was hilarious. That was hilarious. What you say, Bit though?
I said, what y'all gonna do when y'all play a team with size?
I got another question for you fellas, man. I got really 2 more left before the end of the show.
Okay.
Go ahead, son.
I'm about to say, yeah.
Go ahead, Bit. Go ahead and get your thoughts off. I'm about to go ahead and give our last 2 topics. So go ahead.
All right, Bit.
Y'all play us healthy, and we throw that size out there. What y'all gonna do? Or y'all play just a team in general with good size? Do you think y'all bench unit is gonna be good enough to offset the size? Like,
The only way that the Warriors ever have offset size is by outshooting it. So I'm not just saying that from a Warrior fan perspective, but I heard a commentator say that the other night because they were talking about the how Chet was, eating on the glass. So they were like, the Warriors, what they do is they just outshoot you. So in a sense, when the Warriors find the momentum and the pace of the game, especially in the third quarter, good things can happen. I mean, I look at
I'm just
Chris
showing this for BA. Don't pay me no mind. I'm just showing this for BA. Don't pay me no mind.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Push the agenda. Push the agenda.
Push the agenda, Seven. Push the agenda.
Because if we look at that, if we look at distributing, you see that 7.9 over that 3, that's a big difference.
That's a big ass difference. I ain't gonna lie. Same difference for Joel Embiid in the last 3 seasons.
That ain't his job though. That's not AD's job. Don't do that.
No,
That ain't
but
AD's job.
here's my
That's
thing.
why they
Let me
3
ask
and
y'all.
3. That's why y'all 3 and 3
Right.
instead of 6 and 1.
Oh my God.
Let me ask y'all this question real quick, because this is something that I haven't really talked about with a lot of other people. The difference between Joel and Jokic, obviously the biggest difference is either Jokic, you value Jokic's playmaking, or you value Joel Embiid's interior presence. My question is, how the hell is Joel Embiid put together all of these seasons, 2 back-to-back seasons where he led the league in scoring, but the man seems like he can, and come postseason time, seems like he can't pass out of a double team in the post. Why is that? Meanwhile, Nikola Jokic is out here. Y'all see the play the other night that he had where he was in the post. Aaron Gordon was coming from the weak side, and he threw a pass where he aimed it was at the rim. So like he knew Aaron Gordon was going to go up there and it was an alley-oop. But it was the perfect ball placement in the air where it's just like, you're just like, how the hell did he read that? Joel Embiid, mind you, is in a situation where now he doesn't even have James Harden. So now the teams are still going to game plan majority of the time to stop the leading scorer in the NBA. So you would think that he would be able to, because he's going to attract double teams, triple teams, however you see it, he'd be able to kick that bitch to the corner, swing it, anything, find a cutting man. Like I feel like Joel Embiid's assist should be like 6.
He already admitted he's a bad passer. He said
He's
he's
not
it ain't even hard.
Player. He's not a good reactive player. That's a big difference too. You feel me? Jokic, you can put him in so many different parts of the floor where he knows where everybody is because he thinks from the shoulders up. And no disrespect to Joel Embiid, but his reaction, he's not a good reactive player at all.
He's ready to score.
He's just ready to put the ball in the hole. That's it.
You saw how Jokic just changed his game in the finals. He just became a passer. When they were trying to stop him from scoring, he just could change his game up at the top of a hat.
And that's another thing. The way Philly set up, they so dependent on his scoring. If Joel Embiid switch his play style, it ain't no guarantee that somebody gonna step up. It's more of a guarantee for Denver. Oh, I got MPJ, I got AG, it does mismatch, I got Murray. So it's just different.
Yeah.
When was the last time y'all seen a center throw an alley-oop 3/4 of the court? He just did that.
Right.
3/4 of the court away, he just threw it up there. Precise pass.
Precise on the money. On the money.
No.
Never seen.
Oh yeah, let's talk about this.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh my God.
That's not his bag.
You had people saying Jordan. You had people saying Jordan Poole was the next James Harden, bro.
He on pace right now.
Nasty.
He on pace right now.
This is insane, bro. You see this?
Yo, I picked him up on my fantasy team right now. And
That's
I'm
nasty
upset.
work, bro.
I'm upset. I got CP3. I got CP3 as well, but I'd rather play CP3 than Jordan Poole on my fantasy if they plan on the same day.
Right.
Facts.
Right. 100% facts. This is my thing.
That's
Because
easy.
for me, last season, everybody wanted to blame Draymond Green for the punch. I get that. I get it, right? But there's no excusing the fact that when Steph Curry was out of the game and Jordan Poole is leading the bench unit, that they look like toddlers. No, more specifically, Jordan Poole. Like, this man, there's moments.
And aside from the fact that y'all didn't want to play JK for some reason.
I mean, he was the only reason I understood why Steve Kerr did that was because I was like, okay, maybe he's saying like, oh, he's 20, he's too young, he might. But I'm like, if you're watching Jordan Poole play basketball, you would think he was
Exactly.
So it's like what's the I don't understand. JK is going to give you the defense that Jordan Poole can't give you, and not to mention the fact that I said this all the time last year. If Jordan Poole is not striking, is not pulling up from 35 feet splashing in transition, and not to mention the fact that the only time that he did that was when Steph was on the floor and Clay was on the floor and the boys, when he's helping that unit keep going. If he is not making shots, he ain't doing shit. He's not passing. He's not defending. He's just lost. He looks like a baby that lost his parents and Food Lion. He's just sitting there. So
James Harden.
He's a spaceman
James
merchant.
Hey,
James Harden. James Harden. Y'all just figured out the comparison right there. James Harden. But my thing is that I said when the trade went down, I was like, the only reason I see this trade is for two reasons. One, they're trying to get up off that money that they gave him. And two, they need someone to lead a unit. And Chris Paul is one of the best people that you can have as your floor general, leading young guys. Oh, I mean, he's got Sarge out. Sarge had 4 threes at halftime the other night. And then, not to mention the fact that JK's been doing his thing on his own. I will give him his work to do, because you can tell he's been working on his game.
Dario connection.
CP and Dario is a duo
Phoenix.
I never thought that I would love, but it's insane to me. And then you look at the fact that you have guys like Moses Moody, when he goes out there, he's a stone-faced killer. You barely see him crack a smile. He's out there trying to play defense, drop threes, all of the dirty work. He's that type of guy for them. And that just fits perfectly with Chris Paul. He can lead a unit. Jordan Poole looked at it and said, oh, I'm coming off the bench. I ain't leading shit. I'm just going to jack up I'm getting my points. Shit. Rihanna said, of course. Like, it's a problem. That was a problem for me. And you can see it right here. I mean, Poole he's in a situation where the lights aren't necessarily going to be on him as much, but everything that you thought going into the season about Jordan Poole with the inefficiency and the turnovers is obviously clear cut who won the trade. I'm sorry. And it's clear cut. They needed to get up off that.
That's that line to me. It is bananas. I'm gonna bring the fellas back up. I'm gonna try to do it one by one so I can get a better connection. But I do want to get into our last 2 topics of today's show. Let's start off. Let's keep it with the Lakers and let's get back to LeBron James. I'm gonna start off with you, ZZ, of course. Is LeBron honestly still the face of the NBA? And if he is, who's honestly next in line, literally, when he retires?
I think LeBron is still the face. Like, I don't have a problem saying that, but at the same time, I think that it's more because of what the young generation is doing and how many stars are coming into form that are, young. Jason Tatum's, the Luka Doncic, now the Wembanyama's, the Giannis's, the Zions, the Ja Morant when he's not, yeah. But I think of the old generation, the head of that snake or the 3 heads of that snake is LeBron, Steph, KD. You throw in Kawhi, you can throw in James Harden, Russell Westbrook if you want to. Like, from like, that is what the league is transitioning in. And because LeBron is the oldest player in the league and because he's played 21 years, I don't have a problem saying that he's still the face of the league. He's been the face of the league for 21 years. I mean, damn, like, it's that simple. Jersey sales can point to that. Coverage, like, nationally televised games, stuff like that, even though Steph I think edges him or has edged him out in the last few years, but that's why I still have Steph in that mix. But I don't have a problem with people saying that LeBron's still the face. I think that it is still we're transitioning though, and we're seeing it, with Luka building an MVP case of his own so far in the start of the season. Wembanyama coming into form so early, dropping 38 by his 7th game, I think is what it was. So LeBron is fizzling out as the face, but he still has a pretty good, visual. Like, we can still see LeBron as the face easily. You know what I'm saying? But what you think, Hank?
I was just talking about this with BA the other day. LeBron, the league still needs him. He's still the face of the league. The pressure that he has is similar to Jordan. He is the number 1 guy. Even Steph is not on the same par as him as being the actual face. But I think if he was to retire today, it'll probably transfer to Steph next because he's the only one that's even close. Not even I don't even think KD is close. But he's in that bubble. KD, Russ, James Harden, all those guys, Giannis. But he's already said he doesn't want to be the man. I think that once LeBron is gone, it'll go, like I said, it'll transfer to Steph if he leaves early, or if they retire together, then I think it's going to be like the 80s when they kind of marketed the league with multiple players. like Converse used to do with all those players marketing the shoe. I think the league will run to that because they got a lot of stars that are coming. But who wants to be the number one guy? Maybe it'll be Wemby. I'm not sure if it'll be Wemby or not. I don't know. I don't think Luka. He's already kind of said he don't want to do it. So Zion, he doesn't play enough, and of course we just seen with Ja. Don't know what he's going to do, but LeBron is still that guy until he says it's done.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm gonna say, I think it's LeBron.
BA, I want to ask you the same thing, but I do want to switch it up a little bit.
For sure.
You think it's LeBron and Steph?
Yeah, LeBron.
Well, let me
and
ask
Steph.
you this: Can you see one of the international players ever becoming the face of the NBA?
Yeah, like ZZ said, it's a dude down there in Dallas. He's a bad man, and if he ever wins a championship, he has the charisma, attitude, swag, and everything to be put on the face. The Joker, I believe that we are in the Joker era. You feel me? Where Joker is supposed to be transitioning into that, but he don't got the charisma, he don't got the attitude
do that.
to be put like that.
He don't even care. He just cares about his horses. That's it.
Exactly. But Luka could be that one. He can be that guy.
Mm-hmm.
But
think about Luka Magic. They be booking that every time he hit a game winner. It's Luka Magic.
Call him Luka Buckets, boy.
Yeah, bro. Black History Month Luka. Like he's dangerous. He's dangerous, bro.
Facts.
Luka Buckets, boy.
Y'all doing too much. You bugging out. You're tripping. Bit, I apologize for having to drop you a cold down. What's your thoughts on LeBron being the face of the league right now? Is that accurate? And who will be next in line?
Yeah, Brian gonna be the face of the league till he retire. That ain't gonna change for real. And next, y'all talking about Luka, and it's Wemby. Wemby next in line. We ain't worried about no Luka and no Jokic, no Giannis. Wemby. They're gonna be him having parades for that man when he win a chip. Wemby. It's Wemby. He is next in line, boy. That boy is ready. Don't let him drop a 40-point triple-double with blocks and rebounds. It's over. The league, the internet.
Quadruple double.
Yeah,
quadruple double.
Let's let him get through this season, though. Because
He
didn't show me enough.
Then he go to the Olympics.
I'm talking about from a health perspective.
Oh yeah.
He got the skill. He got everything. Like he has everything. But I just need to see him get through that season healthy. That's it.
Imagine being able, like, if we were Wembanyama, like, imagine, like, going back home to France, and your mom's like, "Oh, we haven't been watching the TV. Like, how's your career been? Oh yeah, mom, I beat my idol twice. I already beat that nigga twice. Sorry."
Won a championship too. Like it's just gonna be crazy, bro.
Man, if he do a championship this year, that'll be crazy.
Bro,
Magic Johnson.
He can literally, he can actually get them to the playoffs this year.
It's the fact that he finna do all this shit this season, and he finna go to the Olympics and wreck shit too. Like it's so crazy.
Oh,
it's gonna be crazy next year.
I think the Spurs, like Wemby, him landing there gave them new life. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah, you might want to be.
Imagine if they would have got Dame. They would have did some spiteful shit. Sent Dame to
you might be.
Spurs.
Yeah, ZZ, you on mute.
All right, but as I was saying before, like, just imagine Wembanyama, like, and what he's done in the first couple of games. The Spurs look like they weren't even trying to defer to him a lot of the times. They was like Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson trying to get their own. But then after like that third game, they was like, "Oh, well, yeah, we could use you down the stretch."
He's him. He's really him.
But it took for their $100 million man that they got, Vassell, because they just paid him $100 million. It took for him to get hurt for them to say, "Okay, we need somebody else to go to Wemby," because the first 5 games of the season, Wemby had to get it out the mud because everybody overlooking them. They looking them off passes. I'm like, yo, he lead in fourth quarter and clutch back and clutch buckets
right behind LeBron.
Exactly.
I'm like, y'all got to remember too. Y'all are the Spurs. It's been 10 years, bro. It's been 10 years since y'all don't won a championship. Let's not act like, oh, just because we got Keldon Johnson and Devin Vassell, Oh, no, nigga, y'all are
Not,
not the man. Y'all
not
are
even
too
trying to get on him like that, but Devin Vassell, Keldon
Yeah, bro.
Johnson, it's Wemby. Give him the ball.
Saying.
It's
Ain't
Wemby.
nobody coming to see you,
But
Otis. Like, what are you doing?
But Vassell is he the coldest with it though, because
He nice though.
just
He's
jacking
really
that
tough.
he just jacking that thing up, and Wemby is like, yo, I'm here. Wemby, I don't know if y'all noticed the first couple games, Wemby was over there pouting like, bro, like I'm open.
Hell yeah.
Pass me the ball.
Right.
I
He
should
like
be
Nick Van
averaging
Exel
30.
back in the day when he was Shaq.
I'll be petty. I'll sit right in the lane. 3 offensive 3 seconds. Give me the ball.
One last question for you guys, fellas, and I'm gonna end the show a little bit early because I'm having some technical difficulties. Hold up a bit. I want to go ahead and get this last question out the way. I'm gonna start off with you, Hank, bro. Let me ask you, and I just lost the actual question, but when does a player, Hank, actually enter his prime, in your opinion?
That's a tough question, man. I used to always like measure it somewhere around like 26 to 28. I always thought it was that way, but it seems like guys are playing a little bit past that now, a little bit. But I always felt like that 26 to 30 range was the prime.
So it's about the age with you.
Yeah, the age.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, ZZ? When does a
think-
player actually enter their prime, in your opinion?
I think you're supposed to enter like your peak prime, 26, 28 range. But in special cases, like when you have a LeBron, a KD, or a Steph Curry, or a Kawhi Leonard, those like for example, more specifically, I'm gonna touch on Steph for like a second, because with Steph's game, this is the best that I've seen him, and I'm willing to even put it over 2016, even though he was unconscious that year. But his feel of the game, shot selection, where he wants to attack, how to break down the defense, like all of those things.
His body too, his strength.
His strength, yeah, that's number one, is his strength. But it's just insane to me that he's 35 and he's still the best point guard in the league. Like he's like, you still can't stop him. You still can't find the stamina, all that stuff. Like to be running around that much at the age of 35, running off screens, having your defenders who sometimes are 10 years younger than you, more gas than you at the end of the game, is insanity to me. Like it's just, it don't make any sense. There's no reason for Davion Mitchell in the playoffs last year to look as gassed as he was guarding Steph for 7 games. But
That's that Reggie
Steph
Miller.
to end up dropping 50 in games.
Patrick from SpongeBob. I mean,
Yeah, bro. Like nigga need water, air, life. Like so, but it's a special case for some players like that. And even with LeBron, like the graphic that you pulled up, 7 was 81 30-point games after 35. That's my point. Like LeBron is at an age right now where he knows that he can pick his spots whenever the hell he wants to. He can drive down the lane and move somebody out the way at will still. So it takes a special type of player to be able to play into your, 35 plus, years and, old. But yeah, so that's what I'll say. What y'all think though?
BA, what about you, bro? When does a player enter their prime? Because I feel a little bit different. Like they're talking about age and numbers. I'm thinking you enter your prime when your mental game matches up or equals up to your physical game.
Yeah.
And I think that's when you're in your window. But what about you, BA? When does a player, in your opinion, enter their prime? Is it an age thing?
Yeah, I think it's an age thing. I mean, just from the fan perspective, looking outside looking in, it's looking like around 27, 28 to the age about 33. And I don't know what it is about players when they're starting to hit that 30, when they hit that 30 mark, it's like the game slows down and they think everything. It's not so much I need to dunk on you, I need to outdo this, It's like I need to be in these specific spots to be successful. And that's what I seen it. I'm looking at it with Steph. RIP to one of the gods, Kobe Bryant. I noticed that once he got to that mark, the game slowed down. Michael Jordan was one of the greatest of all time, right? Dunking over everybody and all of that. But once he got to like that 29, 30-year-old, it's like all the athleticism, he wasn't known for that. It was fade away, etc.
That's when he really reached it. Yep.
Demon. That shit was crazy.
That's another thing too.
I feel the same way about LeBron in 2018, 2017, when his mental game kind of caught up with his physical
Braun was
game.
what, 34?
2018, I feel like he
Nah,
maximized his
he was
offense.
younger. Was he 34? No, he was younger than that.
33, 34, wasn't he? Was it
Yeah.
20?
Is
What?
That's
his
last year
second,
Cleveland.
I want to say his second stint in Cleveland was when I ain't gonna lie, that's when I did see everything kind of click. Like he was great in Miami. That was a dope archetype of LeBron. But his second stint in Cleveland is when everything slowed down and he really was the best. Like to me, like, he was really the best all around.
Yeah.
There was just no question that LeBron was like the
Bit,
best
what about
player
you,
in the
bro?
world.
When does a player enter their time, in your opinion?
I think it's an age thing too, but I think it's like what you said, mentally and physically. When it's all meshing together, your offensive ability, your defensive ability is just the highest it's been. So like, yeah, like 20, 26, 27 to 33, that range right there, boy. Because Kobe, LeBron, MJ, they all just went to a different level them years. But especially with LeBron, so it could really just be like from 2013 to 2018, 2019, like that stretch right there. That stretch, I don't know how old he was. I don't even care. That shit is just ridiculous. His offensive peak and defensive peak was there on
So
both
is
sides.
it about the age for a player or is it about their skill when we talk about prime? Which one is it? Is it more or
It's
less
definitely
about their age or
both.
is it about when they skills match with their mental game?
I think it's both
Both.
because if we go back in history, all of it really matches up. Everybody around that age turns up another level, whether it be they're a great offensive player and it reaches the height of their maximize, like they maximize your offensive potential. Say you're a great defensive player and then your offense finally starting to come around and match that. But it's definitely mental. Cause like BA said, the game will slow down, everything slow down. You won't be into little petty shit like, oh, I need to outscore him. I need to go catch a body on him. I'm gonna just get to this elbow, raise up. I'm gonna cut him off at this angle, and it's both of them for real. You can't really say it's one.
Real talk.
Word. Bit BA and Hank, I appreciate y'all fellas for joining us on LakerLand this afternoon. We about to wrap it up. We about to get into our final topic. So I do want to thank y'all fellas. Make sure y'all follow my brothers Hank at Sports Gang Vision on social media. And make sure y'all follow my brother BA with Get Your Bars Up Media on social media as well. Another classic episode on deck, man. Shout out to LakerLand. Episode 18 is just about in the books. Myself and ZZ, man, y'all already know how we doing, man. And make sure y'all smash that like button for us one time if y'all enjoyed today's show. You got any final thoughts, any takeaways, ZZ? When we talk about our Lakers moving on into this next week, what's your expectations for success for the Lakers? What would you like to see overall from this team?
I need to see them capitalizing on the fact that Jimmy Butler isn't going to be playing on tomorrow, and then I need to see them capitalize on the fact that they're not only playing the Houston Rockets on Wednesday, but they're playing Dylan Brooks, so they better win. If by the end of the night on Wednesday, I see Dylan Brooks has a 25, 6, and 7 game with like 4 threes, and I'm just gonna start trolling and just saying that Dylan Brooks might be better than LeBron. I'm gonna be trolling so hard because like there's no way that the Lakers lose to the Rockets and Dylan Brooks. There's no way that they let them get up. I want them to beat them by 30. I want LeBron to be done by the 30-minute mark in these next 2 games. That's what I want to see. Should not be close.
If I would have told you at the beginning of the year that after the first week, the Lakers would be playing 500 basketball and would be in the middle of the pack when we come to the division, would you call that a failure or success?
It's not failure. It's not shocking to me because they're still trying to figure stuff out. They still have to figure out the chemistry. I mean, it took them trades. I mean, they had to find the chemistry pretty fast last season after the trade deadline, and it was enough to get them to the Western Conference Finals. So, um, I'm not gonna hold off on them or throw them like under the bus or anything. I'm just gonna look at them and say they need time. You still have to there's a lot that you have to factor in with the Lakers team, and it starts with the fact that your best player is your oldest player. So you have to work around that. And that might take some time. So, I'm not really sweating it. I think they'll be all right. Now, if you were to tell me that the Suns would have a worse record than the Lakers, that's a conversation throughout the first week and it's mainly because of health. Bradley Beal not being able to be in there to play, Devin Booker having a strained calf. The problems that I had with the Lakers going in was Anthony Davis's health mainly. He's shown up. He's been here. Bradley Beal, Devin Booker. This is Kevin Durant's third big three, fourth big three, and health concerns have followed him for the last two. So once again, KD leaving Golden State doesn't look like such a good idea. Probably should have stayed. Big boy.
As far as the Lakers, this week, man, as far as expectations, things that I want to see, of course, I want to see wins. I want to see them get W's in the win column, especially being on the road. I definitely want to see them get their first road win of the season this week. But one thing that I'm targeting on is just how they start these games off. I need the Lakers to come out with some effort. I need these guys to play like this game means something to them, even if they are not at full force, even if it's the beginning of the season. Like I said, they are just starting off entirely too slow. In their first 6 games, 5 of their 6 games, they found themselves under double digits after the first quarter. They have shown resilience all season. I do salute the Lakers for keeping themselves in damn near every game outside of maybe last night versus Orlando. The Lakers have somehow, some way come back in every game, and they've kind of kept it close to a fault before they either won it or, just couldn't keep it going. But I need these guys to start off sooner than later when it comes to these games, because you're asking LeBron to do way too much right now. All this stuff that you're asking him to do, I could see if we expect that in April and in May. Asking him to do that in, October and November, and we're still at a 500 record. It's just a recipe for disaster, bro. And I'm hoping that these guys can get it together sooner than later. But it's the health issue. And like I said, I'm blaming Darvin Ham. He don't have a lot to work with. But, I mean, we got some bonehead decisions being done with the Lakers. And he's at the top of the food chain to me, bro. He's at the top of the food chain.
I feel you on that.
Yep.
There's been a
All right,
banger,
people,
though.
episode 18 of LAKERLAND is officially in the books. We're about to sign off just a couple minutes earlier. Do remember, of course, if you guys are on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, make sure y'all follow us at PC_LAKERLAND. We'll most definitely follow you guys back. We back at it live here on Players Choice this upcoming Tuesday, 7:00 p.m. Eastern. We're going to preview the Lakers versus the Houston Rockets. That game is going down Wednesday. We got Dylan Brooks under his new team, Ime Udoka facing Darvin Ham, LeBron James, and the rest of the gang. So that definitely should be an interesting conversation this upcoming Tuesday. So I hope each and every one of you guys can join us. Salute the Tank. As always, Tank, salute to UG. Big up to Rico that came through. Big up to you, man. Shout out to Newcon. As always, Church High was in the building. I see Akeem for joining us. Najee, the chosen one. Salute to you for coming through today to LAKERLAND. Shout out to the panel, of course. My guy Cole, Bit, BA from Get Your Bars Up, and Hank of Sports Game Vision, man. Y'all already know how we do, man. Salute to everybody that joined the LAKERLAND show this Sunday, and hope you guys can pull up 7:00 p.m. Eastern this Tuesday for another edition of LAKERLAND. I'm your host, moderator, Seven Mitchell. Z's, you got any final words before we sign off?
The Warriors are the best team in the league. Love y'all. Y'all have a good night.
I don't know about the best team in the league. I don't know about all that, but you could be right. You could be right. Y'all one up on Boston. I can't put Boston above y'all. So you might be right. Hey, it is what it is, gang.
We're going to see. We're going to see.
We're going to see, man. But y'all stay safe, man. We catch y'all on Tuesday in LAKERLAND. Smash that like button. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. Join the membership. Become a part of the Players Choice family. The only choice that matters. We out, people. Peace.